good, everybody? Welcome back to the We Don't Make the Rules college football show. This is the later week episode, the coveted later week episode that I don't know how often we're going to get to film. So this is kind of a blessing that we're here today. And in case you notice a different outline for me, I'm in the lounge, beautiful lounge. But also my mic might be a little worse. I forgot my mic upstairs. I'm not going back upstairs to get it. So hopefully that'll do. Hopefully Edgar can or Nolan, excuse me, can carry the weight of the microphone over there.
Yeah, I got us around here. You know how we're doing. It's a later week episode. It's the first of that. Like Luke said, don't know how many we'll get. So we're going to make the most of this one, that's for sure.
It is later in the day. It is already pitch black outside at 5 p.m. in the Northeast. It is cold as balls. Two kids from this, well, you're not really from the South, but from South Florida, my balls are cold. So yeah.
Hey, yo.
Okay.
Right.
Just yeah, whatever. It's all good.
Ignore that.
Just locker room talk. Anyways, we got 5 previews and predictions for each of them. Now, I didn't ask you this yet. I was meaning to, but what better time than right now live on the show? Do you want to give a actual score prediction for the Bama and Georgia games? Like, should we do that every week just for our teams? We don't have to do it for the rest of the
yeah,
other
that sounds
games,
good. That sounds good. Yeah.
but for our games, we'll give a score
yeah.
prediction.
Let me clarify something really quick, though. We will talk about some betting lines. And however, I forgot to mention this in this first podcast. We do not gamble around here on the We Don't Make the Rules podcast. We are just giving advice. There is no gambling. NCAA, nope, no gambling for us. Just giving advice. That's all it is.
They actually, I heard they implemented, like, if a college athlete places a bet, they implemented the guillotine, so they just behead guys now. So unless you guys want
around here,
unless you want Nolan Payne to be beheaded live in Philadelphia, don't say we gave you. We're betting. We're not betting.
We're not betting.
So,
no bets here.
We're not
just
betting.
Advice.
All right. Just advice. Okay. I mean, we can. Should we start with the Georgia game?
You know, let's get into it. Dogs. I'll start us off here with dogs.
Okay.
All right, we got dogs. Texas at Georgia, a top 10 matchup. Texas. This is not. I wouldn't say this is it because I saw something today. Paul Feinbaum believes Texas still has a chance they can make the playoff with 3 losses. I don't think that's the case. So I believe that this game is everything for Texas.
I get all my information from Paul. So
hey, Paul's a great guy. I love Paul.
Yeah.
Georgia's at 5.5. Over/unders set at 48.5. Texas 7-2. Georgia 8-1. I'd say key. We'll do a little key to the game here for both teams. I'd say key to the game for Texas is how well you're going to protect Arch. You know, their O-line has been iffy. I guess this is the perfect word. Not the perfect word, but it's a good word to describe Texas's O-line. Meanwhile, Arch has been playing against Mississippi State and Vanderbilt, played terrific in both of those games. He keeps his eyes downfield really nice. But you know, CJ Allen, he'll be a good spy on Saturday. So I really believe protecting the quarterback for Texas is their key to the game. And then for Georgia, I'd say if you can get off to the same start you did, it doesn't have to be very similar, but if you can go into the half winning for Georgia, I'd say that is the biggest key. You don't want to get too far behind this Texas team. And if you're either tied, winning, or if you're within 7 at half, 3-7, I'd say you're in a good spot.
I'd say so too. Like, this is the biggest game of the weekend, in my opinion. I think I do kind of think it's a bit do or die here for Texas, because I think even if you lose this game and you beat A&M, I think you have to have a couple of things go your way that maybe aren't so likely. And I think we saw that last night with the committee, and we'll get into that later about some of those rankings last night and what that kind of means for everybody. But so this is a big game, Texas. If you keep it competitive, I think your season's up, but you can't get blown out of this game. For me, I think the key to the game for Texas is can you get after the quarterback as effectively as you've been getting after the quarterback? I mean, they are like second in the country in pass rush.
Mhm.
So if you can get to Gunner, maybe force some turnovers in this game. This is how to get into an environment like Sanford. If you want to limit how much the crowd plays a factor in it, just silence them early. Maybe create some turnovers, get some explosive plays going. Can you find success in running the ball, which I think is going to be a big thing. Georgia's been not bad at stopping the run this year, but Texas running backs are good, very good. This probably they're healthy again, so I
Georgia's
think
had a good run defense this
yeah,
year.
yeah, yeah. So I think if you can find success in running the ball and balancing it out, not putting all this pressure on Arch and Sanford at night, that's going to be the key to win this game. And then defensively getting after the quarterback. Georgia, really just do your thing. I mean, again, I'm not going to say you can't get off to a bad start in this game because, again, they prove week in and week out that even if
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
do, they might be okay. But in this game, it's a kind of like the Bama game in a physicality sense. Like Texas is a big physical, talented team. Like if you get down early and allow them to kind of establish that run game, it might be tougher to climb back into it. Like it may be too much to come back, like the Bama game. Can you still run the ball on Texas? Is the other big thing for me. Uh, I think if you get Bowens going, Frazier, that will be the nail in the coffin for Texas if you can establish the run game, get a lead, and just play Georgia football and run down their throat. So that's key to the game for Georgia, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'll add a quick thing right here is limit if you're Georgia, limit these explosive plays and do not let any ball in the flat. Do not let that be an explosive play. Don't let the
Yeah,
receivers really just don't miss tackles. I
yeah,
guess is the way to put that. Just tackle them and keep Arch in third and long as much as possible.
I would have to say. I think I read something somewhere that Arch Manning and Gunnar Stockton are like number one and number two in the SEC, and like pass attempts behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that means that it's going to come down to tackling it. Like it's going to
Yeah,
come down to because Georgia's going to put the ball in their playmakers' hands. Texas going to put the ball in their playmakers' hands. Who can tackle and make the plays defensively?
right.
And defense travels, so maybe that does give a little bit of an edge to Texas in a spot that is
Right.
a tough environment. Prediction? You want me to go first, and then you want your
Yeah,
prediction?
you can go ahead.
You want me to do it? Okay.
Yeah.
My prediction is Georgia to win, and I think Georgia covers the minus 5.5. I will say this: I don't think this will be a blowout game. I think it'll be close pretty much all the way, but I think it's going to be uh, kind of like that Florida game ish, where if Gunner scores at the end, so like they cover, but it's not the way a dominant cover.
Right.
So I think this is maybe like a one like 7, 8, 9 point game, but it is close in the fourth quarter. Uh, if I had to give do I give the score prediction for this one or
Yeah, we can both go. Go ahead.
oh man score prediction? I'm gonna go 27-20 Georgia wins.
Oh, you're kidding me. All right. We had the same score prediction. That was mine as well.
Okay,
Georgia, well, that's kind of awkward. Georgia 27-20. Georgia covers. That's all I got.
all right. That's I think we'll be right there. For the
All
sake
right,
of
yeah.
for the sake of score prediction, I'll change mine. I'll go 28-20 Georgia.
All right.
All right. We can move to the other big game of the weekend. Another one of our games. Oklahoma at Alabama. Alabama is a 5.5 point favorite. The over under is set at 46.5. Oklahoma 7-2, battling for their season and playoff hopes. Alabama 8-1. Can't really drop. What's going on here?
Little
Can't
difficulties over there?
No, it's like motion detecting. I'm just so stone cold, solid, locked in that I'm not moving. They're not detecting me. Okay. Bama's 8-1. If you lose this game, you go into Jordan hell and you have your entire season on the line. And I don't like that one bit. So to me, this is kind of a must-win game this weekend. But that's just the Bama fan in me. Everyone else that has logic is like, okay, it's not the whatever. Um, Here's the thing about this game that I think people are really, really set on, and it doesn't make sense to me. People sit here and they're like, well, Oklahoma is great at stopping the run. They're amazing at stopping the run. Well, and then they're like, oh, and Bama isn't good at running the ball. Okay, so you just took that out of the equation, right? Why are you talking about that? Because Bama isn't going to run the ball in this game. They're not going to. They know they can't, so they're not really going to. So to me, that's it's just like it's a point that's irrelevant to me. So then it relies back to Oklahoma's secondary in this game against Alabama's receivers, and I think the matchup there favors Alabama. Uh, so that's just like a broad base point, and I'll let you go, and then we'll get into roommates talking.
You're good.
You want me? You want me to go? All right, I'll keep going. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
My keys. Here, I'll give my keys to the game for Oklahoma. Mateer, you got to show up. You got to give us a little more than what you've been given the past few weeks. He's done his job, but he's gonna need more in this game because I think 159 like the last time and an interception, no passing touchdowns. Like that's not gonna cut in this game. Like you're gonna need more offensively. And I will say he did run the ball for like 80 yards in that Tennessee game. So if you can run the ball as well, that works. Alabama does struggle with a running quarterback. So I think if Mateer just everywhere kind of elevates his game, this is a really, really tough game for Alabama defensively. Um, and also, can you get after Ty Simpson? Is the pass rush going to be there? Can it give Ty Simpson problems? Because here's Ty Simpson has fumbled the ball in 4 straight games. So if you can get after him, maybe force a turnover. It's again when you go into a hostile environment, that's how you flip the game in your favor. So I think those are the two most important things for Oklahoma uh, for winning this game. I do you want to go, and then I'll get into the
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll go. Um, I'd like to welcome our first special guest on the
Oh,
podcast. We're doing something right now. Yo, say what's up, RC in the building.
What's up,
yo,
bud?
what's good, RC?
What's up?
Any shout outs? Here you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna give 2 quick shout outs. I'm gonna give one to my boy Ian Vertucci, one to my boy Chase Seppo, and I got one more thing to say. Hook 'em.
Oh no, oh no,
Oh no.
oh no! He didn't just do that on our show, right?
Oh no. I did not expect that. I'm sorry,
Wow.
everybody.
Oh, I'm in
Wow.
disbelief.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. Hey, great shout outs though. You gotta love shouting out the boys.
Yeah, shout out to those boys.
Yeah, shout out to them. All right, all right. Now that RC's gone, he'll never make an appearance again.
No, he's banned from the show.
Yeah, he's banned. He's our first band member.
First band
Uh,
ever.
all right. Key to the game for Alabama. Protect Ty Simpson. Oklahoma's defensive line, best in the country. How is Alabama's O-line gonna hold up against their defensive line? Now, here's where I disagree with you. I would also say you said it doesn't like the run game doesn't matter. The run game, I believe, will matter in this game. I think Alabama has to pick up at not at least you got to get something going on the ground. Like what it'll open up for that offense against that defense will be huge. If they can get 3 to 4 yards on the ground early on first down to get into third and manageable, it'll make everything easier for Ty Simpson against that defensive line. Because we know that Alabama wide receivers are better than they have the advantage. So it's just how is that front going to hold up? And then the last thing for Alabama, I'd say, is prevent explosive plays, particularly with Mateer and his running. You don't want Mateer to really run for like 2nd and 15. You don't want him to run for 18. Like that for an Alabama fan, you don't want that. That would not be the best thing ever, but he's done that a lot this year. He's very good. And then I'd say keys for Oklahoma. You know you're better up front, so you better go win those matchups up front, right? If it's gonna be even 50-50 in this game, you're going to lose. You need to dominate the line of scrimmage. Another thing, for Oklahoma, this is the last thing I got on them, is start fast. Get them on their heels a little bit. I don't think Alabama will be rattled, but I don't think pulling an LSU last weekend really it didn't. If LSU would have scored a touchdown on the opening drive, I think there would have been a little bit different approach to that game. So I think if you can start a little bit faster than some of these teams, like Georgia started terrible against Alabama. If you can start somewhat decent against Alabama, I would say you have a chance.
Okay. I'll say so. So the running back. Here's the running topic. I disagree because I think we just won't do it. Or here's what I think Oklahoma's going to do coming in this game. They're not going to stack the box because they know that we're not going to try to run the ball. So I think they're only going to put 4 on this line that are really going to try to get in there and stop this run. And I expect them to drop 7. And at the very least, I expect them to drop 8 almost every time where we're passing the ball. So what that does, and I understand what your point is. Like, if you can run the ball there, then you're forcing them to not have to drop 8. But in that LSU game, they were dropping 8 and they were blitzing just about every game. And I expect Oklahoma to blitz a decent amount just to get after Simpson. But the thing is, here's what's gonna happen. Grubb sometimes likes to outsmart himself. So if we do try to run the ball, it's gonna be because he thinks he can, because he's like playing a mind game. But what I hope he does is he just opens up the run game a little bit by opening up the playbook. You know, can we get some outside runs going? Can we extend the run game with just little dinks and dunk screen passes, whatever, get the running backs involved that way. That's what I hope he does. But again, he likes to outsmart himself sometimes. So I don't. We'll see. I don't think I gave my keys for Alabama. Here's my keys for Alabama. Explosive passing plays for us. Can the deep ball? Can we implement that at some point this year? Can we connect on one this year? I don't know. Hopefully Simpson figured it out back in practice this week. But if we want to win, here was the topic all week on social media. Well, if Alabama can't run the ball, then they're not going to win a national championship. I disagree. I say if we can't get our deep ball going, we are not going to win a national championship, because we're not just going to be able to dink and dunk our way down the field on every single team that we play. I get it. It's an NFL style offense. I understand, but it's not realistic. So can we? This was like the who was it? The Tennessee game. We were supposed to take the top off against Tennessee because their secondary is poor. We didn't do that. So I hope we do that today or on Saturday against Oklahoma. Not saying that their secondary is as bad as Tennessee's, but can we do that? And then also, the run defense has looked a lot better over the past few weeks, but they still give up 1 or 2 massive chunk run plays every single game. It happens every game. So it literally it's from the same side. It's either Sab or it's Hubbard, and they get undisciplined and they hit the. We're gonna stay broad here. So has the run defense improved as much as I think it has? If it has, I think that's an easy. I think that this matchup favors us a lot more. So with that being said, we can get into our predictions if you want to go first.
I'll go first. 5.5, Alabama. This one's kind of tricky for me. I'll take Bama with the points. If this game was in Oklahoma and the spread was 5.5, I know it wouldn't be, but I would definitely take Oklahoma there. But at home, you win this, even if Alabama, you're pretty much in the playoff, but now you can solidify it. Oklahoma is playing for something though, which makes it kind of interesting. I think it's the same thing in the Texas game. They're also playing for something. So you have 2 lost teams that's still alive. But I think Alabama wins by more than 5. And score prediction, I'll go 32. I'll go 32-21.
Okay. I'm the same. I hate doing this, man. I hate picking my team. Because it's gonna come back to haunt me. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say Alabama to win and cover. I think final score is 34-20. I think that they figure it out offensively this week. I think we get the deep ball going. Here's my prediction. We get at least one play that goes for over 50 yards in the air. That's my prediction.
I like it.
So we'll
like
see
it.
if that happens.
I forgot in the last pod, I took Texas plus 6.5. That changed. I later in the week now or more. I needed to take some time to fully gather my thoughts. I'm
Yeah.
confident in the dogs this week. I just like to point that out.
Yeah.
It did
That's
change.
yeah.
And
That's
talk
a
about another game changing. Notre Dame at Pitt. Will you just get
oh
right into
man.
this game?
Yeah. Let's just
Yeah.
go. Oh
Well,
man.
I
Uh,
got so all right. I'll tell you right now. On Sunday, I picked Pitt plus 10.5. The line's now 12.5 according to this document. However, I saw the Pitt head coach
oh.
say that essentially this game does not mean anything. They could lose 100-0 or 100-10 or whatever he said, and it would not matter. So in that case, I'm taking Notre Dame. There literally you can talk about keys to this game, but the key to the game is that one head coach is playing for everything, and the other head coach seems to be playing for nothing in this game. I that gets me going. Luke, please take it over before I
I,
go to Blitzburg and figure something out.
I I'll play devil's advocate here. Maybe he's trying to just get in their head and he's gonna make it seem like they don't care and they've been
Still, no,
prepping
he
for
made
this
the
for
whole.
weeks.
God, I don't like that approach.
Maybe. I don't. I'm not saying that's what I think he's doing, but maybe in the slight chance he's doing that. I'll say this: this matchup doesn't necessarily favor Pitt, other than the fact that it's at 12 p.m. on a Saturday in November. So
In
anything can
Pittsburgh
happen in Pittsburgh. So
with game day there.
anything can happen. But I'll get into the keys of the game, I guess.
Yeah, take this one over. I'm done.
Notre Dame established the run again. Yeah, I said it last time. I think you guys in Penn State have the best running back rooms in the country. I mean, it's Notre Dame. You have to be able to impose your will, run the ball, play Notre Dame football, slow the game down. That's how you slow this game down. Pitt, excuse me, Pitt is going to try and get a track meet. They're going to try to. They want to get into like these just crazy plays back and forth, just running up and down the field. Slow the game down, run the ball, suck the life out of them. Pause. Next. Keys the game for Pitt. Air the ball out, Heinz. I don't know how to say your name. Just throw the ball. Just throw it far, be accurate. Away from an easy way to win this game. I feel like I've talked about it in every single game. Turnovers. If you can create some turnovers, especially at home, that's how you get momentum going, especially with an offense like yours. You're not going to – I don't expect Pitt to stop Notre Dame many times. I don't expect to see the Notre Dame punter out on the field often. So what that means is how are you to stop them? Either stop them when they get near the red zone and force a field goal or turnovers. You're going to have to find a way to play your style of game, which is a track meet. So it's going to be high scoring, but can you stop them 1, 2, maybe 3 times throughout the game and give your team life? So I think that's going to be the ultimate key for Pitt. But
I'm with you.
we'll see. I guess we can do a prediction already if you want.
Yeah, I'll get into that. Notre Dame 70, Pitt 10.
Oh man. Wow. I mean, you could probably get a good value for that on FanDuel or something.
Yeah, probably. Not a bad line.
But we don't bet. So
We don't bet.
just,
Yeah, we don't bet.
I don't know why I said that. My prediction is Notre Dame to win, but I think Pitt's gonna cover. I think it's gonna be I think 12.5 is a little too many points. Just because of just out of the nature of this game. I think Pitt's just they're gonna be able to score. And the way to get Notre Dame defensively is passing the ball. Their secondary, I mean, they have a good corner, but the way that you get them is passing the ball, and I think Pitt is going to take advantage of that. I just don't see their defense getting enough stops, and I don't see them stopping the run. So I think I don't think it'll get out of hand, but I think Notre Dame will win, and Pitt's going to cover.
Nice.
All right. Next, literally it's picture this Oregon game for Iowa last weekend, and imagine we just the AirPods just died. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
One of them, just one of them. Okay,
All right.
the
You
mic's
good? You
good.
want me to
All
you
right,
want
we're
me to
good.
pick this one up? You good? All right, go ahead.
All right, I got it. Okay. So it's literally the same exact game. We're just playing it in Southern California. It's gonna be rainy. It's gonna be nasty. And I don't know. I think this favors Iowa. I think I would say this favors Iowa. It's gonna
Yeah.
be raining. It's gonna be your type of game. Can you capitalize? I know I had a lot to say about you guys on the last episode, and I apologize. But it's because I want to see you do better, right? I want to see you do better. So the line is USC minus 6.5 right now. The over-under set at 50.5. That's a lot of points for this game. There is no way that's accurate still. Hold on. Let me do some research. Go ahead and take over now.
Yeah, I'll go for now. I'll give some keys to the game for Iowa. I'll do both, but I'll start with Iowa. Iowa, I'd say just, kind of forgetting about what happened, how last week ended, and you still have some of the season in front of you. You can go have a good season. You pick up a win at USC. That's a great win. I wouldn't. It's a West Coast trip. I've heard a lot of complaining over there in that conference about travel. So
Oh
if you
man,
can,
that's all they do up there. Huh? Complain.
if you can if you can go to California and handle business, that's a great win. So I'd say key to the game, don't I mean obviously last week sucks, losing by two, but this is an important game for you. You're somehow still ranked top 25. So if you can win this, you obviously move up. So yeah, key to the game for Iowa, that's it. And then USC, I'd say you know, we know how good your offense is, but if you can translate that offensive momentum to the defensive momentum, you score a touchdown, get stop, field goal stop, touchdown stop. If you can do some sort of momentum with the defense, I think that's huge. Um, their offense is very capable of scoring a lot of points. I know you said it's going to be ugly, but they'll find different ways. So if the defense can create some of that momentum it's getting from the offense, I think USC will run the table.
I agree. I thought it was great what you said about how I was somehow still ranked. I don't know either. I don't know. I don't know what's going on in that committee room. I don't.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever.
Yeah.
My keys to this game, Iowa, you're gonna have to stop the run. You didn't do that against Oregon. USC is not as good of a running team as Oregon is, but you're gonna have to limit those explosive plays. I mean, it's just you have to, right? You're gonna have to stop the run. You cannot let them beat you both ways. If they beat you in the air, just tip your cap. I mean, there's no. If they beat you in the air during a monsoon, I don't know. Maybe you're cursed. Um, so just stop the run. And then if you're playing your game, this is your type of game again. You should be able to pull this one out. USC, you're gonna have to find a way to get the offense going other than passing. Because again, I don't think you're gonna be sorry, 10-minute warning just flashes in my face as I'm reading my notes. I don't think you're gonna be able to have as much success passing the ball in this game as you would like to. But I think USC is the better team. Uh, it's one of those typical Iowa games where there are just so many external factors that are going to be going against you. And it's a different style of game than you're going to like to be playing. And we'll see how you handle that. Oregon handled it amazingly last week. We'll see if you're just as good as Oregon is. I mean, obviously you're at home and not on the road, but this would be a huge win for USC, I think. And you're 8-2, and then you go to Oregon next week, and if you win that game, you're going to playoffs. So I don't know, a season defining game right here for USC. We'll see what you're made of. You want to go into your prediction?
Yeah, I'll give a prediction here. This one's low key a coin flip for me. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say USC covers 6.5. I think USC wins. Honestly, I think USC puts up 30, which isn't ridiculous, but with the weather, it might be a little crazy. I'd say USC wins 30-17.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. It almost seems like Vegas hasn't like adjusted their lines to the weather. Like this line is at 50.5.
What kind of weather are we talking about?
We're talking mass rain, heavy rain. Friday night into Saturday, excuse me. And it's like a 90% chance. So I don't know. That's a little concerning to me. This over under set at 50.5. I would go under that if I were to bet, which I'm not. And USC at 6.5. I think that's well. We do it every week. We pick our upsets of the week. I am back to back, right? I I'm some may say the goat. Some are saying the goat.
Yeah.
But I'm following through. I'm picking Iowa. So to all the people that think I hate Iowa and I was trashing on them last episode, I'm picking you. So don't let me down. Otherwise, the backlash is going to be worse from me come Sunday or Monday whenever we film that next episode. So I'm not going to like it. But I think again, this is the type of game that Iowa wants, and they're being gifted it. I don't know what deal they've made with the weather people, but they're getting another game gifted to them almost. So let's see if you capitalize.
I like it.
We can move into the last game we're going to cover, which I would be surprised if this comes across my TV. So Virginia at Duke. Duke is 3.5. I put this on here not necessarily to talk about the game, but more about a scenario with Duke.
I think I know where you're going with this. Keep going.
So this game, obviously, Virginia at Duke, it's a big conference game, and it does decide a lot because both of these teams only have one loss in the ACC. So this determines a lot as to who's going to be playing in Charlotte. Duke is a 3.5-point favorite. I think that's about right. The over/under set at 58.5. That's about right. Virginia 8-2. Duke is 5-4. And you might be thinking, well, how on earth is Duke 5-4 but only one ACC loss? Well, they lost to Illinois, Tulane, and UConn last week. And this team might be going to the college football playoff. You're asking? Well,
no.
Hold yourself, because here's the thing. We'll get into the game in a second, but there is, I think it was Reese Davis who talked about it last night on the show. If Duke wins in Charlotte in this scenario that is not even insanely crazy, the ACC would miss the playoffs entirely, most likely, which is insane to even say. But I think JMU and USF would be higher ranked conference champions, and they would go to the college football playoff over ACC champ Duke. Now, Miami was a little higher last night. I don't know. I guess we'll get into that in a second after this.
Yeah.
But
all right, let's give our keys to the game. We got 5 minutes left. I'll go.
You're right.
I'll go. Let's get into this. It'll be quick. It'll be very quick. I don't have a lot to say about the Virginia at Duke. However, for Virginia, I'd say if you can limit Darian Mensah a little bit, just slow down that passing attack, that would be huge for you. Don't want to get behind the ball there. And then for Duke, I'd say if you can really get Virginia's offense on the heels, I believe they had a quarterback injury, and they haven't been playing well on the offense as of lately. So if you can keep that momentum going and you can take advantage of that, I'd say you're in a good spot.
I agree. My key to the game is that loud? Jeez. Someone just came in here and just dumped trash. Okay. Virginia, stop Mensah, like Nolan said, and stop him from running as well. If you can just kind of, maybe put a spy on him, just limit him. Jack Wilcox is blowing up a group chat right now. Okay. Keys to the game for Duke. Up the pace of play. You got into a shootout with Clemson. That's how you beat them. Get into a shootout with Virginia, because I don't think that Virginia offense can keep up with you. Make them uncomfortable. I think that's a way that you win this game. And I think I'll just go right into it. I think you do win this game, and I think you cover. Yeah.
I agree. Duke wins. Don't know the score prediction. Duke wins by at least 3.
No score prediction for that.
Yeah.
That garbage. Okay. All right. We'll transition to the next segment. We had some difficulties there. Anyways, so as everybody knows, the committee rankings came out last night. Well, because today is Wednesday, this episode will probably come out Thursday or Friday. But on Tuesday, rankings came out. I didn't have huge problems with it, but some things to, I guess, keep an eye on. The one thing we already kind of talked about, I had the question, why is Iowa still ranked? Don't know. Whatever, guys. I thought Oregon was a little low. Thought they could have been a little higher there. Maybe I valued their win a little more than I guess the committee did. An interesting situation to look at is Miami, and I do want to kind of talk about this. I guess there's a world that they get in as an at-large, even when we thought that they were dead in the water, literally like a week ago. So I guess they're not. I mean, that not to say that they have to win out, and that's not a given with Miami. So I don't know. It looks like you're going to have to be, if you're going to be an at-large team, you have to be inside that top 10 because I don't think that the 5 conference champions are going to be inside of the top, or the 4 conference champions, I guess, are going to be inside of that top 12 or 11. So you're going to have to be in that 10 spot. So it's going to be tough for Miami to get to 10. They'd obviously have to win out. And I think they need Oklahoma and Texas to lose this weekend. Like they need the guys in the top, 5 area to just stay where they are. They probably need BYU to lose again, Vandy to lose at Tennessee. So Miami's not done yet, but I guess it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah. Few things I completely agree on Iowa and Miami for that matter. I think that them putting where is it? I think them putting Texas Tech over Ole Miss was smart. Texas Tech just had a top 10 win. Well, I guess now they're not top 10, but they're number 12 over their number BYU's number 12. So I think that was a good win. Or I think that was a good ranking. But I don't like Texas. I thought Texas A&M should be too.
Yeah, I literally have it right here. I
Uh,
said not
yeah,
entirely sure what more that they want from A&M. I don't know. I mean, I guess they're literally just saying that they like Indiana would have to lose a game, or I guess when it comes down to it, A&M would have to win the SEC and Indiana lose, and then they would switch. But to me, I don't like if you just look at the resumes right now. I think A&M has a much better resume than
I
Indiana does.
agree. I
So
agree.
I
I
don't.
don't. Yeah,
I'm
I
not understanding the logic there. I didn't watch the show last night other than the reveal, so I don't know if they spoke about that. I guess I would have to go back and look at that. So I am curious to see why. But to me, it just seems like A&M is a better team, better resume. I don't know.
yeah, I agree. I think that's I was expecting honestly A&M to be number 2. So
I
that
was
I didn't
too.
like that at all.
I thought they would definitely be number 2, but that was a little shocking to me. And then the last thing I have is uh, I still don't think BYU. I don't think is a great football team. So I thought they should have been a little lower, but again, time will tell with them. Like they got Cincy in 2 weeks. I think if what I'm thinking is correct, I think they'll lose to Cincinnati, and then they'll go from there. They'll drop naturally. So I don't have a huge problem with where they are now because I do think they will lose to Cincinnati, but
Yeah.
I don't not a whole lot for them other than the A&M thing, and I mean I guess just the interesting thing we already talked about with the Duke thing, which would be bizarre. If you're the ACC, I mean, I don't even know what you do there. Like,
That yeah, you retire.
yeah, just disband the whole conference at that point. Just send everyone else elsewhere. Be a bad look, very bad look. We got, I think, just 2 things left. Literally, best bets. We're not betting, and our upset of the week picks, which you already know mine. So,
Hmm.
best bets. I don't know if you have them already. If you want me to go first.
I don't have any, so I'll just tie into you.
Okay. I got 3. I got Cincinnati minus 6.5. Okay, so this is the problem. Hey guys, I'm still in it.
There we go.
Wow. Anyways, I got Cincinnati minus 6.5. I got San Diego State minus 2.5. They are playing Boise State late at night. We'll see if I stay up for it. Probably will. And then I got Louisville minus 2.5 Friday night hosting Clemson. They need a bounce back game. I saw a crazy thing the other day. I don't know if you saw this. Some guy got arrested for giving death threats to Jeff Brom and his
I did
family.
not see
What
that.
a what a, and the guy was from like Texas. Well,
That's weird.
Did he just have like the house on Louisville's money line the other day? I don't understand that.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
What a weirdo. So Louisville in a bounce back spot. I think they win over Clemson, and then another Cincinnati and San Diego State. So that's all I got for that.
Upset.
Upset of the week, yeah.
You go first. I got kind of a crazy one.
We got a crazy one.
No, I wouldn't say
well,
crazy, but I'd say a good one.
I mean, I'll explain. I picked Iowa again. So I think that they handle business again. It's being kind of gifted to them with the situation that they're going to be playing in. And I think again another bounce back spot. Like you had it in your hands last week. Can you take advantage of it this week? I think they do. And I think the task is just a little too tall for Lincoln Riley and USC right now. It almost seems too good to be true for them to keep winning out and maybe go to the playoffs here. And what was almost kind of a rebuilding year. I think next year they're going to be a lot better. But I'm picking Iowa.
All right. I know you were talking about the ACC a little bit earlier, and you mentioned one team in particular that still has a chance. Not after this weekend. NC State beats Miami on Saturday. That is it for Miami fans. And the Miami team this season. Carson Beck, you had a good last year. But it's over. The Wolfpack are going in there and beating you. 14 and a half point
They are
dogs.
the giant killers. So
They are,
that's
exactly.
not a bad pick. If that happens, I would. I don't know what's going to happen in Colgate. I think it would probably. Well, no, they don't care about football enough down there. So here's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, am I totally confident in that upset of the week pick? No, but it's also at the same time it's an upset. It's an upset pick.
It's an upset. 100%, it's an upset.
Anything can
That's
happen.
what we're here for, guys. We are just trying to. We're not just giving best picks. We're not giving locks. We're giving upsets that we think are going to happen. So this is a lot harder to predict. So going back to back in 2 weeks is a very rare occurrence. It shouldn't happen too often.
Right.
So yeah, I guess we'll see how it goes. Good episode. Enjoy the games this weekend. Don't hook him. So I'm gonna do this real quick. Just because he came on, I have to do it to neutralize it. You can't come on our show and go horns up. So I'm gonna go horns down just to equalize it. Now we're neutral.
All right, yeah. Let me chime in here. I will not be putting the horns down because I don't want to. But he already neutralized it, so we're fine.
Yeah, you don't.
He
You don't have
neutralized
to.
it.
You don't have to do that because we know what happened. Brandon Walker did that.
Yeah, we do know what happened. We do know what happened.
Don't do
Not
it.
good. But I will say, if you are watching on YouTube or Spotify, I don't really know how Spotify works, but YouTube, smash that like button, drop a sub and comment maybe something you want us to either talk about or a new segment. We're always open for some new ideas.
Oh yeah, just drop some questions, guys. We'll answer some questions.
Yeah, we'll talk ball around here. Like we're not your average college football show. We like to talk ball and nothing but
we're
ball.
Not average.
We're not, but we don't make the rules.
We don't make the rules. So you can put whatever you want in the comment section. I'm not allowed to say anything about it or ban you or whatever. So unless you put like my address or something, then I'll probably suppress it. But other than that, we're good.
Good episode. Number 2. We will catch you early next week.
Probably for Sunday or Monday record, which means episode gets out maybe Tuesday, Monday. I don't know. We'll see. Stay tuned. Enjoy the weekend, everybody.
See ya.
Peace.